Oh boy, it's raining outside. Hi, I'm speaking to you from my home in Petaling Jaya, Malaysia. The Malaysian government have just issued a stay-home lockdown to all Malaysian citizens. We're not allowed to leave our house for the next 14 days unless it's necessary. Hell, we are even discouraged from going on our evening runs. So for the next 14 days, and I suspect it could be more than 14 days because no countries have ever flattened the infection curve in 14 days, I'm going to stay home and create a lot of videos, tutorials on YouTube and also on e-learning. So I brought my equipment home. We're going to find somewhere and really stay positive.
Wait,
And
what are all this? What the hell?
okay, I think we better find somewhere to start shooting and store all these things. Let's go, Latte.
Action!
The first place I can think of, my spare guest bedroom. Barely have any guests coming over because the bed sheet is that ugly. So my wife uses this as her ironing room. So there's an ironing board here, iron here, and this corner is valuable. I need this corner, so I'm going to remove this as well. There's a whole computer table with computers there. I've got to remove that as well. And the whole bed. So your first instinct would be like me. 2 days ago when I start working from home, my first instinct is to dismantle all this, but that's the wrong way to do it. The first place that you should tidy up is your storeroom. If your storeroom looks like this, you're in big trouble because there's no more space for you to move things into. Swear to God, my wife's stuff. So my first thing to do, clear your storeroom. Put things into boxes like this. That way you have more space in your storeroom, and that's the first thing you should do when you work from home so that you can load things into the storeroom easier. Oh boy, it took me a good 2 days to clear up the storeroom now. At least it has space now, which means that tomorrow I can start dismantling this table and store the computer there, and this ugly bed is still here, which I'm gonna deal with tomorrow morning. It's 8 p.m. now on the third day of lockdown in Malaysia, but at least today I have my valuable space. Shooting diagonally with my camera there and my product there, it gives me more space because it's 6 feet here, 6 feet here, and 6 feet here. So according to Pythagoras, I have this much of length. It's night, there's not enough of light. Let's take advantage of that. Let's shoot something now. So when you clear up your storeroom, I guarantee you're gonna find things that you don't use. This is mine. We bought this kettle for many years. My wife bought this new, never used this before. So I kind of got a simple formula to share with you. When you clear your storeroom, you're going to see things that you haven't used. If you haven't used it for 6 months or seen it for 6 months, you don't need those things. Sell them off. To sell them off, you need great pictures. So what's better thing to do than to sell your things online during this lockdown period? And this is exactly what I'm going to shoot. Now, let me go through the setup. I've got a light stand at the back, brought a few light stand home, a mounting board, which is actually just cardboard, white and black. So I've got this butterfly clamp. So remember this, few things you need, few light stands, a butterfly clamp. Or if you don't have a butterfly clamp, you can use those sticky tapes and stick to the back. So position this at the corner, our valuable corner, on a light stand. Go somewhere in your house and grab this table or a stool. And I was grateful I brought this back from the studio before the lockdown. If you don't have an acrylic stand like this, hey, watch this episode here where I teach our subscribers to use this acrylic stand and how to do product shots like this. So if you don't have this, you can use a champagne flute. This will work fine. Anything that is transparent. Put it somewhere here. Let's go through the camera. So remember to bring back your tripod as well. And I've got 2 cameras here. So I'm going to use my Nikon. This is a very old Nikon D7100. It's an APS-C camera. Now the setting to do this This is a trick. I'm going to be shooting at f16 because we want everything dark. We want the background to be dark. And since there's no light, the only light that you see here is from the video light and the room light. So we're going to kill that later at f16 at an ISO lowest your camera can handle. This is 100. I'm going to put my shutter speed at 15 seconds. Why do I do this? So I'm going to mount this here now and put this on autofocus single point. Now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this just right here. So you notice that it is elevated from the table. That way I won't end up shooting the table. So I'm going to come here and just give you an idea what this is going to look like. Okay, so I'm going to position so that I can see as much of this cut that I can. Don't put it too near the product. So this is good. I'm going to push this back a little bit. All right, let's see how this looks like. Okay, this is perfect. Now, I'm gonna go kill the light. With the lights off, with the ISO of the lowest you can get in your camera, in my case it's 100, at f16, try to focus on the logo of the kettle. If you cannot focus, you should switch on the light first, do that focus, and flip to manual focus now. Because the kettle is not going to move, the camera is not going to move on a tripod, and the shutter speed is at 15 seconds. So I'm going to click this and wait for 15 seconds. The whole idea is to look at how dark this goes without any light. There you go. Completely dark. I'm glad the video light didn't spill any light on this. So this is how dark it gets when you take a shot with 15 seconds at f16 at the lowest ISO. So how are we gonna light this up? Simple. This is an LED light that I brought back from the studio. It's something that you put on top of your camera when you shoot events. So it's got a yellow diffuser, which I'm not gonna use, and a white diffuser. So I can adjust the power. So I'm just gonna put this at mid power. That's the first thing I would do, an LED light. If you don't have this, simple. Go grab a table lamp. This is my wife's table lamp. She puts it on a table, so that's how you turn it on. If you don't have an LED light and if you don't have a table lamp, you can always find an LED torchlight like this. So that is why, even though dark at night, it is still possible to take great pictures, because ambient will really destroy a good shoot sometimes. So when you add light, you can control what kind of light that you add to your shoot. So let's start with the first one. I'm going to use a LED light that I got from the studio. This is very cheap. Turn this on. So I'm going to turn this off now. You will not see anything. So I'll go to the camera. Click. Turn this on now. Oops. White light. And start doing this. Let's see what we get. Not too bad. But I turn on the yellow diffusion panel. That's not a good thing. So turn this off. And because it's on manual focus now, it'll be easy to click. Click. Turn this on. And start doing this. Gotta come over this side. Make sure you don't hit the black cardboard at the back. Wow. In fact, I have a new problem. My light set at half is just too bright. So, gonna bring this is full power. This is half power. I'm gonna bring this down. So 15 seconds is just good. So I'm gonna put this here. Click it, come over here and start doing this. Go to the bottom. Come over here and continue here. All this done in 15 seconds. Oh gosh, this is beautiful. All I need to do is just remove this acrylic stand in Photoshop. This is perfect. Beautiful. Never knew LED lights could do this. This technique is called light painting. So, I've got this done. This is pretty good. So if you're gonna know that you're gonna be locked down in the house, get yourself one of this. Next one. Gonna try my wife's table lamp. I'm just gonna do this and see what happens. If there's anything I don't like about this, I noticed that it spills to the wall. So I'm just probably gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna off this and click my camera, come here, turn this on. Paint this. You see, I can just end up doing this in one stroke. All this in 15 seconds. Wow! Almost as good as that LED light. Well, who says that you can't use LED light and shoot at home? Next one, let's try this cheap LED light. You know what I suspect? I suspect that this is gonna be so spotted. It may not look nice, but don't assume. Always try it. So I'm going to turn this off. Click. And then start doing this. Make sure that you do not hit. So I'm just going to walk through here. I'm going to be brave this time and see what we get. Not too bad. The only thing is that this light is so spotted. So small light, hard light, and that's why the coverage is smaller. You notice that this part of the photo here, it's dark. Well, of course, I've got a better idea. Take a printing paper from your house printer, fold it like so, because the idea that I'm trying to achieve here is to make the light bigger. So what I'm gonna do, put sticky tape on here, either end of this paper, and then fold this like so. So the bigger the light source, the softer the light. Let's find out. And because this is a weaker light, I'll just make the shutter longer. So instead of 15 seconds, I'm gonna paint this at 20 seconds and go. Take your time. Small light. So I'm just gonna walk through this even. Let's see what happens. You probably see the paper in the photo. But you notice how I went to the bottom. I'm going to the bottom to light this up. Not enough of light. So if you look at this photo, you can see me walking through the camera. You can see the faint ghosting of the paper. So I'm not gonna walk past the lens. I'm gonna increase the ISO or reduce the F number to F8 now. So this is at F8 now at 20 seconds. Click the camera, turn on the LED light, and notice how I go to the bottom. That way the camera won't see me. And come to the top. So notice how soft the light is. And I reckon that I'm losing about 2 or 3 stops. So quickly come over this side. Not too bad at all. But I'm spilling a bit of light on the backdrop. So this can easily be solved if I am using Photoshop Level and crunch the shadow. Great, let's compare the 4 photos. The first one done with the video light, I would say one of the best, simply because the video light is so powerful. I was just using the lowest power there is. And what I like about it is diffuse and it doesn't spray light everywhere. So look at how clean the background is. And then the second one, I would say, would be my wife's table lamp, which is good. If you're stuck at home like me now, everybody would have a table lamp. Now the only setback is that it spills light everywhere, so one of the ways you can overcome this is to stick a black piece of paper here so that it doesn't spill light onto that black mounting board at the back. And the third one must be this with the diffuser. This paper stuck to your torchlight. Almost every one of you would have this. This is zombie apocalypse stuff that you must own, an LED light. And of course you can diffuse this by putting a piece of paper. Go get thinner paper because this cuts down a lot of light. It cuts down easily 2 stops of light. 2 stops means 4 times. That's crazy. And finally, the ones that's the not so good looking, the bare torchlight. This is how it looks like. So this is how the best photo looks like after touching up on Photoshop, where we crunched the shadow. What we did is just push the level in a little bit on the shadow side and then remove the acrylic stand. And I would say I can't even do such a nice shot perhaps with my flex and diffusers and flashes in the studio. If you like what you learned in this tutorial, I hope that you subscribe to my new e-learning course. It's called E-Learning Photography for Online Business. Because the idea is this: if you stay home, be safe, away from the COVID-19 virus, the best thing to do is to learn a new skill. And we want you to learn this new skill of knowing how to do photo shoots that will improve the products that you sell online. Regardless whether these products are products that you make or products that you find in the storeroom like me, which you don't use and you want to sell off. And it's proven in this YouTube video that when your pictures are nicer, they sell higher and faster. That's how we sell Dickoff, the mannequin. So head on to my website now. This is the link. Subscribe to our new e-learning at a discounted price, pre-registration of only US $10. Oh, don't forget, I hope I get your support with the premium courses as well. They are open for pre-registration now. It's a monthly subscription of just $9.99. If you take this opportunity now, it's just going to be $95 US, where we're going to be posting weekly videos and lessons of everything to do with photography, pre-production, post-production, planning, business of photography, videos, commercials, everything that we've been doing for the past 20 years with my team. So I hope that you join us, and when this is done and over, we're all going to be better professionals. So please stay home, stay safe, and keep learning. I'll see you in the next episode.